Huh. Is Mega Man X6... Is it as bad as I remember?
3 hours later.
Let's do this. So Mega Man X6. I honestly have to say that this game is officially what I would dub the Dark Souls 2 of the Mega Man franchise. A game that is so hell-bent on just being hard for the sake of being hard that it doesn't really do anything with it. So let's go ahead and go through the game real fast so I can get to the one point where I need to talk about this. Let's go. Weeks after the crash of the space colony that almost obliterated Earth, X is called into service once again to investigate the nightmare phenomena. What is it? I don't know. No one will exactly say what it is. They just mention it's a nightmare thing, and I guess it's random stuff that happens to Mavericks and humans, I guess? I don't know. But it has to be stopped. And since Zero is missing and X is the only top tier hunter left, he is assigned to the job, but is also equally confused during this whole conflict. Also, you get Zero when you defeat Nightmare Zero. I don't think that's a secret for a lot of people. That's literal fact. So the graphics are very impressive, even though it's almost the exact same as the previous two titles, and it's still smooth, and sprites are actually slightly different for Zero. And the soundtrack to this game is actually one of the better ones, with some of my favorite tracks for any Mega Man game. All and most of the tunes are appropriate for the levels at which they accompany, with one of the tunes being a remix of a particular song from the Mega Man X game, which, you know, you'll likely hear as a fan and you'll be like, ooh, that's pretty cool. Mega Man X4, you can choose to play as either X or Zero. You can make this choice before each of the stage. You aren't stuck with one character for the entire game again, just like X5, where you can switch between, and there are no major plot differences between who you choose. When you start as X, because that's what you have to do, you begin the game with the entire armor set from the previous game, the Falcon, which is way worse than what it was. Can't even fly and can only do a barely good air dash. And Zero in this game also has his Buster. Unfortunately, just like X5, it's not very useful in a lot of the situations. You have to be standing on the ground to use it, and you cannot move while you fire. And additionally, it takes Zero a few seconds to actually charge up and fire. It may be a little faster this time, but yeah, he still has to sit there and wait. But his saber has a cool new combo, which he doesn't have the same one that he did from the previous two games. And there are nightmares in this game which can merge with hostages that you have to kill. Speaking of rescuing people, the game is predicated a lot on rescuing these people. You gain parts and level your characters up depending on, you know, how quickly and where you catch all the hostages and you save them. Where do I begin on my thoughts of this game? Well, I have to get this off my chest, and I'm going to start with each of the bosses and their stages. Commander Yarmart. The stage theme is beautiful, but the stage itself is simple to navigate, but the game has an issue where it does not tell you things like the reviving Mantis enemy, and can be a headache to deal with. Ground Scaravage. It's a museum, which the theme is the only one to me that would fit in a different level, but this is in fact one of my favorite tracks in the game, period. But the level itself is kind of jarring when you gotta teleport everywhere to fight totem poles when you come back in the same spot that you were just at. But all in all, this level is okay. Blaze Heatniks. This stage has the most metal theme in the game, and it's fire, no pun intended. But the stage is one of the most time-consuming levels in history, even of all Mgaman. You get stuck having to beat various mini-bosses, which is annoying almost to straight frustration, because you have to chase them down in these big-ass arenas to shoot 4 spots, which can waste time. Considering that you could essentially waste time by killing the wrong spots and having to wait for the spots to open up on these stupid circle of red things. Blizzard Wolfing. Stage theme is cool. Again, no pun intended, but it's stuck on an ice stage, which has some of the worst death traps, simply because you can't stick to the ice. And some of the stage traps can easily catch you up with some of the bullshit that may happen later. Rainy Turtleoid. This stage is cool, breezy tone to it, but unfortunately it has some sections which is tailor-made to annoy people to almost quitting, aka the acid rain section, which pissed me off, considering this stage as a piss easy boss, but hell, it's not too harmful. Metal Shark Player. This theme is 100% here. It fits here because he is a pirate, but the stage itself is an auto-scroller, in which you just gotta avoid the crusher, not too hard. Shield Sheldon. The theme of this stage is very good. Too bad if you play the level straightforward, you will not hear it, because this level is stupid short, and the boss fight is actually pretty okay. It's actually pretty hard. Infinity Mgaman. Don't know how to pronounce that. The most grand sounding level in all the games, the most thickest mini boss in the background. You know, she is the thickest boss in all of Mgaman. Look at her curves. But it gets dumb as fuck as you traverse and you have to fight this thing, as well as watch every, and I mean everything, come at you from all sides of the screens, including Nightmare and rescuing people all at the same time. Congratulations, this is an literal bullet hell level.
Really into him now. You better be okay with it.
Commence angry video game jihad rant.
Now, did you know that there are alternate paths to every level, and where if you go there by accident, you are stuck there till you beat the level? Cool, right? Till you fight Hymax. How do you defeat Hymax? I will give you a couple of seconds. Are you done yet? Okay, I can answer that for you. You beat Hymax by charging your goddamn super shot and stunning him, and then hitting him. Now, all I can say with that is, how are you supposed to know that? What if you accidentally went into the room and fought him? You know that's possible, right? Because you can't go back from an alternate area. You have to complete the alternate area to get out of the stage at that point. I just wonder if the designers figured that out. Hey, Dynamo's also back, and he has no story significance at all, so you could potentially fight him 100 times pointlessly, especially if you continue to go to alternate spots and you already defeated Hymax and defeated Nightmare Zero, which Nightmare Zero was piss easy and Dynamo was piss easy, so you know, I'm just ignoring them. Also, did you know that this game has stage effects which alter the stages and make some of them from easy as fuck to what the fuck? Examples: in the Laser Institute, you get immortal spy bugs, and which can hit you on the way coming into the screen and can be annoying, especially when you're trying to solve the puzzle in the Laser Institute just to complete it. Not well enough as an example, the North Pole, you can have fireballs coming down and annoy you as you try to beat this stage with, again, no traction or the ability to climb walls. Fun, right? Oh, no, more? You want more? Okay. In the Recycle Lab, a stage that becomes a nightmare because of these nightmare effects by adding ice to it. Ice, once again, you have no traction, so you can accidentally slide off into spikes or slide in yourself getting crushed. It's really simple. The messed up thing here, and I don't know if you see the pattern, is once again, the game doesn't tell you this. So if you beat a boss, the effects from said boss or boss's stage goes to another stage. It's random. You have to figure it out at that time. Oh my goodness, that is fun, right? Right? Gate stage. Near the beginning of Gates Fortress, there are a tall wall of spikes. You need one of the following combinations in order to make it up the walls. X with any armor that has an air dash, the jumper, the Ice Burst weapon and use Ice Burst as platforms to get enough heights to air dash over the spikes walls and clear them without hitting them. Getting the jumper requires Shadow X or Ultimate Armor or something of the sort. Zero preferably with the black armor and lots of health upgrades, the sub-tank parts, and optionally the Recogent weapon that you can actually beat the boss at the end of the stage once you get there. And for Shadow X, I actually recommend you don't use that to beat this map because it's going to be hard trying to fight this stupid fucking boss. Mind you, the Shadow X armor is another version of the Gaia armor. You can't use special weapons, the regular fire is kind of trash, and the Giga attack is amazing. Wow. As for Gate, in order to damage him, you have to destroy the spears he shoots and hit them with the smaller spears they burst into. This is probably the most frustrating battle in the game, not only because Gate won't stay the heck out of your face, but also because if your fingers decide to slip, you'll plunge into the pit that the level designers so thoughtfully placed at the bottom of the room, and you have to start all over again. So try to stay as far away from Gate as is possible. Once you get there and he gets to half health, he'll start attacking with a very annoying, undodgeable sometimes purple slash that will take out the platforms besides just damaging you. And you know, yeah. Also, you can forever lose parts if a nightmare creature gets a hostage. There is no restarting it. There's nothing you can do. If it gets a hostage, it's officially over. You've lost parts that you could potentially get. You know, I think I'm just gonna cut this game off now. I'm tired. Boss 3 fights, Sigma Form 1, Undone, Scrap Heat, then Form 2, Giant Blob, great theme. I'm just done. Look, to save yourself the headache of this game, just get into the Ultimate Armor code. It will save you so much fucking time and patience. Literally will get rid of half the problems of this game just with the Ultimate Armor. I'm fucking done. No recap. Just no recap. No. The rating for this game is just fucking get the Ultimate Armor and save yourself the headache. Done. We're done here. Cut it off. I'm done. Fuck this game.